Okay, in this video I'm going to talk about melodic minor. I'm going to talk about ways to view the scale and how to memorize the modes and how you might practice them and the chords that are within the modes of melodic minor. So let's get started. I'm using OBS here and I'm going to change my camera view here. Okay, let me move this over here. Alright, I got another screen over here, so if you see me looking over here, that's what I'm doing, looking at this screen. Alright, so we're going to look at melodic minor relative to the modes of the major scale. I think that's a very good way to learn melodic minor if you already know the modes of the major scale. Alright, so one way to look at melodic minor is it's like the major scale, except it has a flat 3. So I'm going to move this here. Okay, let me get the right accidental there. Alright. So melodic minor is whole step, half step, whole, 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 and then a half step. So it's just like the major scale, the Ionian mode that you're familiar with, okay, except it has a flat 3. And you know what? While I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and change this, and I'll save it as a new file. Let's see, we're gonna call that C melodic minor. C melodic minor. Okay. Alright, and the chord generated from the root of this scale is minor major 7. Okay, and then how do we build that scale? Again, it's every other note, right? C, skip D, E flat, skip F, G, skip A, B. And that gives you a C minor major 7. Okay, so I'm going to do that, C minor major / major. All right, so we have root and minor third. Okay, minor third. All right, perfect fifth and major 7. All right, and we put a flat symbol there. All right, looking real good. Okay, modes and seventh chords of, got to fix that, melodic minor. Melodic. And really, you know, this is technically called jazz melodic minor, because true melodic minor, you play it differently ascending than you do descending. Like ascending, you play this melodic minor scale that we're looking at here, and then when you descend it, you play the Aeolian mode. That's, you know, true melodic minor. Jazz melodic minor, you can play it forward and backwards, you know, the same way as, you know, melodic minor. So there you have it. All right. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so the second mode of melodic minor is called Dorian, but with the flat 2. So it's just like good old Dorian that you know. All we're doing is we're moving the 2 back a half step. Let me fix that accidental there. All right, so let me take care of this here. Dorian, flat 2. All right. And the chord generated from Dorian flat 2 is still D minor 7. Why did that not change? Well, because, you know, we skipped the flat 2 in building the chord, because remember, it's every other note. Okay, so we have minor 7, and okay, that all looks good. All right, the third mode of melodic minor is what we call Lydian augmented, right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the root note here and we're going to lower it a half step. Okay, like that. remember where do the modes come from? The modes come from the parent scale. What's the parent scale? Melodic minor. So you have C melodic minor, and then you have a mode built off the second degree of C melodic minor. Then you have a mode built off the third degree. And what note is that? E flat. That's why we had to adjust this note right here. Okay. And you know, whenever I'm teaching this, when I'm relating it to the modes of the major scale, you know, I say, well, we could take Phrygian and flat the 1. You know, that's kind of one way to think about it. Why would I say that? Well, because, you know, melodic minor, we flatted the 3, and then the second mode we flatted the 2, and we keep going with that same idea. Then we can flat the 1 of Phrygian. Okay, so that's one way to think about it, but another way is that, you know, this is the Lydian augmented scale. So it's just like the Lydian mode that you know, but what's augmented? The 5th. The 5th will be augmented. So let me change this. And we'll talk more about that later. Let's see. All right, E flat, and we're going to call this Lydian augmented. But it's also like Phrygian. If you flat the 1, you'll get the same result. All right. And now the chord generated is going to be an E flat, major 7, sharp 5. Okay, so major 7, sharp 5. Okay. And it's major, so we got to change that. All right. And oh, we got to have a augmented 5th instead of a perfect 5th. All right, and major 7. Okay, let me fix this. Sharp 5. All right, now we're looking good. Okay, touch that up a little bit. Okay, so the 4th mode is going to be called Lydian dominant. You could also call it, besides Lydian dominant or Lydian flat 7, it's also like a Mixolydian mode with a augmented 4. So if we think of it as Lydian dominant or Lydian flat 7, what do? We just take our Lydian mode, right? Lydian, right? 4th mode, and we flat the 7. So we take this E flat and bring it back. Let me fix that. There you go. So F Lydian flat 7. I'm just going to have this as Lydian flat 7 here. That's what I'm going to call this. But again, we can also think of it as Mixolydian augmented 4, you know, Lydian dominant, or again, Lydian flat 7. So, and the chord generated from this is going to be a dominant chord. All right. So F7. All right, F7. Now, just a little FYI, you know, you can take, you know, we just talked about what chord is generated. Is the dominant 7, right? Root, major 3rd, perfect 5th, the flat 7. You can take the 5th and lower it a half step. So in a sense, it's like a flat 5, if you will. So the dominant 7 flat 5 could come from this scale, but actually that flat 5 is an augmented 4th, technically speaking, but you know, you could think of it like a flat 5. That's where you also get like a F7 sharp 11. You've probably seen that chord before, because the 11, right, or the sharp 11 is like the augmented 4. Okay, so we got root, major 3rd, perfect 5th, major 7. Oh, we want dominant 7. All right. And I'll just put Dom put dominant 7, or you could even say minor 7 because it's, you know, a flat 7. So, but we'll say dominant 7. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. The fifth mode is going to be Mixolydian with a flat 6. So all we need to do is go to our Mixolydian mode, find the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and lower that note by a half step. Okay, I'll fix the accidental. Alright, so here is a Mixolydian flat 6. Okay, G Mixolydian flat 6, and then the chord generated from this mode is a dominant 7, but you can also find a dominant 7 augmented 5, sharp 5, or flat 13. Okay. So why flat 13? Because if you know, let's find the 6 here, you know, right here, that E flat, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We know that the 6 and the 13, you know, are basically the same note. Technically, the 13 is an octave higher, but from, you know, the Mixolydian flat 6, you can generate a dominant 7 flat 13. Okay, but also, you know, the flat 6 is also the same note. It's in harmonic with the augmented 5 or sharp 5. So you've probably seen chords like dominant 7 sharp 5, like for example in, you know, Stella by Starlight and All the Things You Are. Okay, so we got root, major 3rd, perfect 5th, and you could say minor 7 or dominant 7. You know what? I actually think I like to say minor 7, really. So I'm going to change that here. Okay. I think technically, like if you were, you know, at a university and like you were being tested, I think you would say minor 7. You'd say root, major 3rd, perfect 5th, minor 7. But the combination of those intervals creates a dominant, what we call a dominant 7 chord. Okay, let's see. So we did mode 5. We're on to mode 6. I'm a little slow because I just woke up from a nap. So mode 6 is Aeolian flat 5, all right? So all we have to do is find the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lower it a half step. Okay. We have Aeolian flat 5, and the chord generated from that is a minor 7 flat 5. Okay, so I'm just going to do this. Minor 7 flat 5. Root, minor 3rd, and we want to put here a diminished 5th. Diminished 5th. Okay, and minor 7. We'll come over here, we're going to put flat 5. Flat 5. All right. Seems like, yeah, I think I screwed up on that. Maybe that should be, whoops, that should be like this, sharp 5. Okay. There we go. All right, so the next one, the last one, is Superlocrian. This is also known as the altered scale. Okay, so, but I like to call it Superlocrian. You know, going back to mode 6, that's also, some folks like to call it Locrian natural 2. Okay, but I like Aeolian flat 5. The reason why I like Aeolian flat 5 is that's the first way I learned it when I was studying out of the Frank Gambale technique book. technique books 1 and 2, and I think it flows nicely with the order of the natural order of the modes of the major scale. So when you're teaching it, if someone already knows that natural order of the major scale, then they're familiar with that order, and it kind of flows nicely with that. So okay, getting back to this. So Superlocrian, everything is flat, even the 4. What? A flat 4? Yes, the 4 is flat. Okay. So, and you might be like, well, wait a second, isn't a flat 4 a major third? Yes, it's enharmonic with a major third. But in this context, you describe it as a flat 4 because that is the placeholder. That's what position it holds, is that 4th place, right? So, and we flatted that, so that's the flat 4 because this has a minor third, right? The third already has a note in its location, as it were. So we can't say, minor third and major third. I mean, theoretically that's what it is, but I guess technically, you're going to call this a flat 4. All right, and so Superlocrian, and then the chord generated from Superlocrian is half diminished 7th. Let's see, root minor third, that looks good, and that looks good here. Okay, and like I said, that the Superlocrian is also called the altered scale, and the other name besides half diminished is also minor 7 flat 5, right? And so I think I'm going to call that minor 7 flat 5. Minor 7 flat 5. Okay. All right. Now, okay, let's take a look at the modes here from brightest to darkest. Now, what we're looking at is the modes of the major scale, brightest to darkest. Okay, let's just real briefly review that, because we're looking at the modes of the major scale relative to melodic minor. Okay, that's going to help us learn this stuff here. So the modes from the major scale, brightest to darkest, we have Lydian and Ionian. Both of those are major modes, right? They have major thirds and major 7s. Okay, and the difference is that sharp 4 here with Lydian. That makes it brighter, right? That sharp 4. Okay, and then after that, we have Mixolydian, which is just like the Ionian mode, but it has a minor 7. Okay, that's why I always say Mixolydian is a mix between major and minor. It has a major third and a minor 7. Dorian is like the Mixolydian mode, okay, but it has a minor third. This is the beginning of the minor modes. So all the minor modes have minor thirds and minor 7s. Okay, Dorian is the only one that has a major 6. All the other minor modes have flat 6s. Okay, then you have Aeolian. Aeolian's just like Dorian, but it has that flat 6. All right, and then Phrygian is just like Aeolian, but it has a flat 2. And then Locrian is the darkest of the modes of the major scale, and it has the flat 5. It's just like Phrygian, but it has the flat 5 or the diminished 5th. Now, let's look at the order of the modes of the melodic minor scale from brightest to darkest. Okay, so the first mode, the brightest mode, I should say, of melodic minor, the modes of melodic minor scale, is Lydian augmented. Now that would make sense, right? Because, the modes of the major scale, the brightest one is called Lydian, right? So this one's Lydian augmented. So, or you could call it Lydian sharp 5. So we're just going to take this 5, right, move it to the right. Okay. Okay, and we're going to put this name in here, Lydian augmented. I need to make sure and save these. Okay, and this is a major type of mode. It has a major third and a major 7. All right. You know, I wonder if this could even be, well, I was going to say, could you call it a type of augmented mode? And I don't think so, because the augmented scale is a different animal there. So yeah, it's a type of major mode. All right, so the next mode I would say would be called Lydian dominant. All right, so let's go to Ionian here, and let's make Ionian Lydian. How do we do that? Well, we got to raise the 4. Okay, that makes it Lydian. Let's come over here, do this, sharp 4, and we got to change the name, Lydian dominant, or Lydian. How about we just say Lydian flat 7? How about that? Lydian flat 7. Okay. And so what we're going to have to do is flat the 7, because it's Lydian with a flat 7, minor 7. So we're going to take this right here, and we are going to move it. There you go. Now, is this a major mode? I would say this is a type of dominant mode, okay? Because we know that Mixolydian, right below this, right, is the Mixolydian mode, and we didn't call it a major mode, right? Even though it had a major third. Why? Because it's a mix. It's a mix of major and minor, and that's why we called it a dominant mode. And you know, from the Mixolydian mode, we have a dominant chord, so we're going to call this a dominant type of mode. Dominant. All right. Okay, and I just noticed something. Let's see, we need to fix this right here. G sharp. There we go. And we'll come over here. We got a F sharp there. Don't fall asleep on me. Okay. You know, I was before I woke up to do this video, I'm having this dream that I'm giving a guitar lesson and I'm falling asleep while I'm giving the guitar lesson, and I'm thinking to myself, I cannot believe I'm falling asleep on a student. And it's like I was trying my best in the dream, you know, and I'm like, oh, stay awake, don't fall asleep, this is embarrassing, you know. And anyway, yeah, thankfully it was a dream. Okay, let's see. All right, so the next mode is Mixolydian flat 6. Okay, Mixolydian with a flat 6. Okay, Mixolydian flat 6. All right, and we need to fix this. Lydian flat 7. Lydian flat 7. Okay, come back here. All right, Mixolydian flat 6. Okay, so we just take Mixolydian, right, and flat the 6. There we go. All there is to it. And it too is a type of dominant mode. All right, the next one, can you guess what it is? It's melodic minor, okay? You know, we talked about melodic minor is like the major scale with a flat 3, okay? It's like if you took a major scale and you lowered the third from major to minor, right? But another way to think about the melodic minor scale, it's like the Dorian mode, but with a major 7. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to raise the 7 up. 7 up, 7 up. Okay, let's see. Melodic minor. Man, I haven't had 7 up in ages. All right. There we go. Now, melodic minor is a type of minor mode. Okay, even though it has a major 7, I think of it as a type of minor mode. And again, you know, we think in terms of, or I'm thinking in terms of jazz melodic minor. Okay, let me fix that down here. All right, melodic minor, Okay, and then fix this B flat to B. I got to come up here to Mixolydian. I forgot to put my flat 6 in. That's going to be an A flat. There we go. Okay. All right, so after melodic minor, we have, and remember, what did we say? You know, melodic minor was like Dorian, okay? In this case, it's like Dorian, but with a major 7. So the next mode from melodic minor is Dorian, but with a flat 2, okay? So Dorian with a flat 2. So we know, let's first do this. We'll make Aeolian Dorian, okay? So all we have to do is raise the 6 in that case. So now we're looking at a Dorian mode right here, okay? But then we got to flat the 2. Boom. All right, so Dorian has a flat 2. Okay, it's got a major 6. And this is called Dorian with a flat 2. Dorian. All right, flat 2. And do that down here. Okay, Dorian, flat 2. Okay, and it's got to have a D flat there. And a major 6. That's good. All right, let's see. The next mode, the mode that's darker than Dorian flat 2 is Aeolian with a flat 5 or a diminished 5th. Okay. So so how do we make Phrygian Aeolian? All we have to do is raise the 2. Okay, now it's Aeolian, and now we're going to make the 5 diminished. So Aeolian flat 5 or diminished 5th. Okay, Aeolian flat 5. Okay. All right. Let's see. What am I missing? Okay, now I need to come down here. Aeolian flat 5. Okay, and flat the 5. There we go. Looking good there. All right, and then lastly we have Super Locrian, and Super Locrian again is just like the Locrian mode, but it has a flat 4. Good. All right, flat 4. I was wondering, is that going to just say 3 there, or you know, a 3 with a triangle, like you know what? Let's see, like that. But it knew what to do, right? Yep, flat 4. Okay, so we've got flat 4 there. All right, and this is Super Locrian. Okay. We got to flat the 5. That's flatted. Oh, flat the 4. That's right. Still not quite awake. All right, so that is the modes, brightest to darkest. Now let's, you know what I need to do here is I want to save this. So I'm going to go File, Save As. Okay, and I've got that under Modal Fluency. I may put that in a different location later, but I'll put the natural order of the melodic minor modes. Melodic minor modes. Save. Okay, and this is the file, save as. Modes of the melodic minor scale, and it's jazz. Should have put that on the other one. Oh well. Melodic jazz melodic minor scale from brightest to darkest. Save. All right. Okay, so now let's take a look at a way that we can practice this. Okay. So I'm going to change my camera view here. All right. I'm going to move this back over here. There we go. Okay. Man, my mouth is getting dry. Okay. So, if you're familiar with my modal fluency course, in that course I show you ways to practice the modes in a very small cell structure, 1 octave. And we're going to do something very similar. And so we're going to start out with, and we're just going to look at the brightest mode. We're going to look at Lydian augmented, because I don't want this video to be like, a couple hours long or whatever. So we're just going to do 1 mode, and then after we do this, that you'll know how to do all the other modes in the same fashion. Okay, so and I'll be switching back and forth between views, and let's see, let me put this over here again. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to pull up this diagram that I made earlier on Lydian augmented. Okay, and then let's see. Now let's have a look at this. Change camera view. All right. So what I have here is a C major 7 with a sharp 5. Let's take a look at the intervals real quick. And that's a chord, So we have the root, the major 7, the major 3rd, and the sharp 5. So if you have a freeze pedal, you could play this chord, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to change scenes here on my Axe 3. All right. And let's see, I'll play this chord. Here we go. All right. Okay. I'm going to come back here to the other scene. I don't know how well that's coming through on the recording here. But you know what? Before I do that, let's just, go over this real quick on what we're going to cover here. So we'll sustain this chord, okay, and then we're going to play the Lydian augmented using the 3-3-2 fingerings, okay, in 4 areas of the guitar, like right here. Then we'll go up an octave, play it here. Then we'll go up to the 8th fret there, and then go up the octave and play it there. Then next, we're going to use the 2-3-3 fingering, okay? And then we'll go up, and you know what? I think that I may just, for your benefit, I'll just stay on this camera view. I think that probably would be best, because then you can see the patterns very easy, and you still have me down there, little mini me down there in the bottom right. Okay, but you got 2-3-3, right? Then we go up an octave and play 2-3-3. Okay, then we go here to the 8th fret there, starting on the 8th fret there, 2-3-3, then go up the octave, and then lastly, we're going to play the 1-3-3-1 in the 4 areas, right? just like that. Okay, and you know what? I think I may have missed. Did I miss? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I did, but I'll fix that. Okay, and then what we're going to do is I'll put the last area right over here. Just have to remember to do that. So then what we're going to do is we're going to connect these different shapes, right? We've got 3, look at this, 3, 3, 2, and then we connect 2, 3, 3, and then lastly 1, 3. And then here we've got 2, 3, 3, and then we connect the 1, 3, 3, 1, and then we can add to that. And then we have the 1, 3, 3, and then we connect the 3, 3, 2 to that. Okay? We could even backfill if we wanted to. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Okay, so I'm going to play this chord again. Change scenes. Let's see. Okay. That doesn't sound like it's loud enough, but whatever. We'll just deal with that. Okay. Alrighty. So how this is going to work is I'll play the scale and show you what to do, and then you can pause the video and then you can do what I did. Alright. So you're just going to play the scale like this and call out the intervals. 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, sharp 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? And you know what? Let's go ahead and play the arpeggio there. 1, 3, sharp 5, major 7, 8, major 7, sharp 5, 3, 1. You know, in my modal fluency course, we also do this toggling thing, and you can do that, you know, on your own, but just for the sake of time, we're going to skip the whole toggling thing here. But to really get the most juice from the squeeze, that's what I would recommend when you have more time. Okay, so now we're going to do 3, 3, 2 on the next set of strings. So we have 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, sharp 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1. Then the arpeggio, 1, 3, 5, or excuse me, sharp 5, 7, 8, 7, sharp 5, 3, 1. And remember, pause the video and then you just repeat after me what I did. Okay, now I'm going to the next area. Okay, again, 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, sharp 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we have our major 7, sharp 5 arpeggio. 1, 3, sharp 5, 7, 8, 7, sharp 5, 3, 1. Now we're going to the next area, the last area. 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, sharp 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the arpeggio, 1, 3, sharp 5 or augmented 5. 7, 8, 7, sharp 5, 3, 1. Okay? Now, we're going to be doing the 2, 3, 3 fingering. Okay? So we got 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, sharp 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, you know, with this fingering, there I started on my middle finger, okay? And take note of where the third is relative to where the 1 is, right? It's back, it's below the 1, okay? It's a fret back, right? But here, look, the third is directly across. So I'm not going to start on my middle finger here. I'm going to start on my index finger here because of where the third is. If I were playing a minor scale, okay, and that you have the minor third back there, then yes, I would start on my middle finger in that case. But since This is major, and the third's directly across. I'm going to start on my index. So here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, sharp 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Next area. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, sharp 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to go up an octave. 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, sharp 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're doing the 1, 3, 3, 1 fingerings, okay? This is what I would call like position 3. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, sharp 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, then we go up the octave there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, sharp 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and now I am up here on the A string right here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, sharp 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1. And you know what? I forgot about playing the arpeggio. I apologize. But, you know, you can do that on your own here. So, and this video is kind of getting lengthy anyway. So, if we go here, whoops, right here. And you know what? Let's go here. I'm going to change the, there we go. We're going to start there, so I'm going to need this a little more here. Right there, just in case. Okay. So, when we plot out the 1, 3, 3, we can't do a 1, 3, 3, 1. We'll have to do 1, 3, 4, right? Okay, so we've got one note. That would be 2, 3, sharp 4, right? F sharp. And then sharp 5, G sharp. Then 6, 7, 8. Okay? So let's play that. So we got 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, sharp 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? And just remember when you're playing these, play the arpeggio. I'll play this one. You know, we have the 1, 3, sharp 5, major 7, 8, major 7, sharp 5, 3, 1. Okay. So now let's go back to this diagram here. Okay, so again, you can see 3 notes, and 2 notes. That's our 3, 3, 2, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, 6, 7, 1. We'll just say 1 because we're starting over again. This is on our middle finger. We're going to think about the 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, 6, 7, 8, or 1, sorry, 1. And then we've got our 1, 3, right? 1, 2, 3, sharp 4. Now let's descend. Sharp 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, sharp 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, sharp 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we have this one right here. So we're starting with the 2, 3, 3. Okay, you know what? And when you're playing this on your own, you could even backfill on this. What do I mean by backfill? Well, if we want to play all 3 notes per string, right, we could start with that major 7 interval right here, okay? And I'm on a PDF, so I can't just add that note right there. But let's just do it as written here on this diagram for now here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, sharp 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, sharp 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and lastly, okay, we have this one right here. So we're going to be connecting a 1-3-3-1 with a 3-3-2 basically. So we've got 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, sharp 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. 2, 1, 7, 6, sharp 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, 6, sharp 5, sharp 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's turn that chord off. Okay, I'm going to switch screen views here. All right, so I hope this has helped you with the melodic minor. So what you're going to want to do is, you know, take that Lydian augmented that we just played in the 3-3-2, 2-3-3, and the 1-3-3-1. You know, and then lastly, and we played them in the 4 areas, and then lastly we combined them all, right? So just work on that for like a week. You know, do it as part of your you know, routine for the day, and then after a week, then move on to the Lydian dominant, okay, which is darker, the next darkest one, right? And then after Lydian dominant, you're going to have what? Mixolydian flat 6, and so on, and so on, and so on. So, you know, and by 7 weeks, you know, you should have a pretty good grip on this melodic minor scale and the modes, okay? So hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.